Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to day 5 of Heroes Who Need Their Own Movies Week.
Today, the mysterious and powerful Dr. Fate.
Who cannot possibly be confused with Doctor Strange.
Alright. But I have seen someone say Dr. Strange face, so I wonder if that's fan art or an actual crossover.
I don't know. But today we're here to tell you, for those of you who are not familiar with Dr. Fate, that Dr. Fate is one of the most badass characters ever created in the comic book. And he's been around since 1940. Now, granted, the costume they originally made, not so much. But the current versions they've made for him, especially the version of the costume they made in the Young Justice original series, were very, very good.
Right. And they've definitely updated him to a point where you could take him even more seriously than before. Because it looks like for the comics, like when he was first out during the time, it was just a little bit more humorous, because like with Batman and Superman, a lot of them have more comedic, kid-friendly, and so forth. And then when they got a little further and started getting into more of the magical or the mystical part of the character, it started to become a little darker. Then when the dark comics and stuff started to become the norm, then they could go all out with doing all sorts of mythology and stuff with him and make him pretty serious.
Right. Now, the helmet that he wears is called the Helmet of Naboo, but just for purposes, and just like Young Justice, we're just going to call him Naboo. Naboo doesn't care whom body he has to use in order to be physically present in this realm. Male, female, neuter, it doesn't matter. But what he prefers is someone who has an affinity or a gift in the magic arts, so that his power is more potent.
Right. Because we've seen, like the best instances we saw was in Young Justice.
Yes. When
they had, well, actually it was 3 different episodes, but the main one where he finally was able to have a host.
Right.
They had Wally West the first time, and it was because no other choice. And the second time, Aqualad, which was like temporarily, like maybe 5 minutes. And then the third one's Zatanna, which he was going to keep because he was tired of being told, no, you can get someone else more powerful. And then being her father that takes it for her.
Right. And the thing with Naboo is he's incredibly intelligent, powerful, and the only thing I can say, he kind of seems like he's on the selfish side. Now, maybe because in that helmet, he's stuck in that helmet, he doesn't have a body, and he can't do anything. So again, he doesn't care whom it is that who ends up putting on the helmet. What I do like is that for this character, there's a possibility of it being very diverse. You know, it can be any skin color, any age, any sex, any nationality. Naboo doesn't care. Right. Long as he gets someone who has an affinity where his power can come through. Henceforth, why he didn't care too much for Aqualad.
Right. Because we were thinking, oh no, Wally said he's going to be stuck with that helmet forever. Next thing you know, he's taking it off. And he said, oh, Mr. Nelson said hi. I'm like, either he convinced him not to do it, or he was so powerful that get someone else.
Right. And Kent Nelson had been in there for a while, and he really wanted to see his wife, who had passed some time ago.
Right.
And as you said, Wally got caught up in it, and because he was in it, then he released Kent to go and be with his wife in the hereafter.
Right.
And Wally really could not be kept in this costume because he was
Kid Flash. Yeah.
He needed to be out to be whom he is.
And even though he didn't believe in magic, it was kind of interesting that he was powerful enough to be able to control the helmet.
Right.
So.
And they kept saying, don't put the helmet on.
Right.
Don't do it. And it seems like the ring in the Lord of the Rings, everyone was drawn to this helmet like, oh, I'll put it on. I'll save the day. And it seems like there's some type of power that draws them to just put that helmet on, not understanding the consequences of what's going to happen.
Right, they think, oh, they can put it on or be done and take it off. They don't realize until they have it on, and then they're stuck in whatever place they are that this is supposed to be permanent.
Right.
Unless you can convince him that you're not the right one for him to use, you're stuck.
And he's the controlling party in this merging.
Right.
And Zatanna was perfect because she'd been trained by her dad. Unfortunately, she was a teenager, and her dad didn't want that for her. He says, how do I know I can trust you? How do I know you're not going to have her take off the helmet and you're going to trick me? And he says, I give you my word, which he kept. Now, let's talk about the origin of Nabu. Clearly, it has something to do with Egyptians because he has the Ankh on the front of his outfit.
Yeah, you'll see it whenever he does sort of that big power thing. If it's
Right.
not like the regular energy blast, I guess that's his like power move using that.
Right. And you see that he really wants to just be out and be active. Mm-hmm. He's not really concerned about good or bad in essence.
Yeah.
But he ends up being talked into doing the right thing by the people who are around him, or even sometimes by the host.
Yes, because it's mostly he thinks it's like when they had chaos and all the evil and the villains, and they had that witch boy in Young Justice. Like, if he's out, I need to be out to make sure the world doesn't go up in flames, and he's supposed to be the order, which is why he's so intent on getting out and finally fighting. But the thing is, not everybody wants to be stuck like that. It had to be. They haven't really found a person yet that is willing to do that, and they can't just take it off optionally. They'll just willingly let him do it, and it's like, you know what? I have nothing else. Go ahead and do this.
Now, in the comic book versions of him, you've had various persons who have been Dr. Fate, but in the animated versions, he really hasn't been touched on as much. I think Young Justice did the best presentation and the best showing of just how powerful this character is. This character is really, really powerful. We're talking, if you're a Ben 10 fan, Alien X powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, powerful to the pulling down of strongholds all around him, wiping out his enemies, changing the face of the landscape. Thanos powerful.
Yeah, he can probably change time if you give him a chance.
So this is the thing that confuses us. Why would a character that's this awesome and incredible and powerful didn't make a movie for him before Doctor Strange by Marvel?
Exactly. Even an animated movie or something. The most we got is some DC Nation shorts. And depending on who's writing it, it could be serious and awesome, or just wacky and silly and goofy and off the walls kookiness. So there's really nothing for him outside of appearing in other TV shows or in movies. Well, yeah, basically just TV shows, whether live action or anime, other than making an appearance or being part of the Justice League. Right. He doesn't have anything for himself. The kookiest one they've had was in Lego Flash. When he's when he was voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, you tell me your problem, but you gotta sing it, and they got into a whole musical number. I'm like, okay, it's not Dr. Love, it's Dr. Fate.
So what I would like to see is an awesome, as you say, it can be a straight to DVD animated movie that showcases him like he was showcased in Young Justice. Maybe even the same people, Greg Weisman, writing the movie itself, and having this powerful character become well known and featured in focus. Now that you have Doctor Strange, of course, you'll hear, oh, well, it's a copy. No, it's not a copy. He came out in 1940. Right. It's just that he hasn't gotten the love and development since he had probably between the 40s and the 60s, and he kind of just faded off into the sunset. But this is a character that there's so much potential of making an awesome franchise on him alone, because you've got Harry Potter, you've got Doctor Strange, you've got all these other movies and series that delve into magic, and people seem to really like the idea of a really all-powerful character that is human but has somehow, some way attained all these powers. Right. The backstory for Nabu is also very interesting, which we don't have time to go into now, but you can just go onto Wikipedia, or you can go to DC Wiki and learn about it.
Yeah, because it's pretty expansive.
Yes. And again, this character just needs some love. This character should have had a movie a very long time ago, and not be painted as a farce. Like, it looks like in Smallville, they had a version of Dr. Fate. The costume was horrific. If they had gone with the one that looked like in Young Justice, he would have looked formidable.
Right.
But because of the way they
like
dressed him,
cosplayer.
Right, he didn't look. No, I've seen cosplayer do better outfits, but he didn't look like he was an authority or he was a threat or anything the way he looked on Smallville.
Yeah.
And go to a cosplayer, have them show you how to do it right. Do the Young Justice version, and see how to make Doctor Strange relevant, because this is just a missed opportunity. Marvel took their version of Doctor Fate and created Doctor Strange movie, and now pow, he's in their cinematic universe. He's a major character. He's a major player, and he was not one of the major characters people like, but they did see the potential and the opportunity, and they took it. Well, you need to do the same thing with Dr. Fate.
Yeah, because people are like, Doctor Strange, are you sure? He's not that well known. Well, he's known now. Same thing you can do with Dr. Fate. Only thing problem is DC takes 100 years to do every movie, and they only like one or two at a time. And then by the time you get to the one you want, it's like, how old are you again? So, yeah, if you want to see some stuff about Dr. Fate brought to the big screen, or heck, even animated series, live action series, anything where he's not just a guest star, guest appearance, or just there.
Yes. And the last thing you need to do is get an awesome standout actor to portray him like Benedict Cumberbatch portrays Doctor Strange. He was a perfect choice. At first when we heard it, because we had watched him in the Sherlock series, the BBC series, we couldn't picture it. But once they showed the trailer, and you just know he's a fabulous actor from other movies that he's done, including The War Horse and so forth. You know he's a great actor, but we just kind of couldn't picture. But once we saw the trailer, it was all over. Yeah. It's like, now he is Doctor Strange, and you can't picture anyone else having done it. He made the character his own. He does an amazing American accent. He's brilliant at the role. The writing is incredible. The supporting actors were incredible. The special effects were incredible. DC, wake up, do Dr. Fate.
Yeah, quit taking 100 years to get the whole Justice League, and don't just throw in the Justice League and we don't know any of the other heroes and you just throw them at us at once. So, tell us what you want to see for Dr. Fate in the comments below.
And if you're familiar with Dr. Fate, tell us when you learned of him, what version of him you think is the best representation, and would you like to see a Dr. Fate movie?
Yeah. So, tune in tomorrow for our final day of heroes who should have their own movies. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
And reporters sitting flashing lights, trying to walk around, man, who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. Met her in my dreams, she was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket, give it to